Hey guys, it's Drea. Today I have for you a haul it how was it video. So this is a look back on hauls from spring of 2019. I'm going to link them both down below, but really this is the better video because this is a video where I have used these things now for like a year and I can tell you and you know how they worked and fully review them for you. So there were actually two videos that I wanted to do this for, and one kind of because there wasn't enough from one of them and there was a lot from the other. This was the month that Winners, which is like TJ Maxx, it's the same company, Winners had the most amazing makeup. Like I kept going there every single day when I would go to work, like just to check it out, because I would find one thing here, one thing there that was like really, really, really great. So I have a bunch of stuff from Winners, TJ Maxx, and then I have quite a few things from Sephora. Most of them I've used up already, but I'll still review them, and then just a couple little miscellaneous things. I'm wearing some of these on my face so you can see how they look. Some of these are discontinued, but I'm still wanting to review them because if you see them at a store like Winners or TJ Maxx, you should know if they're good, and also because you might have it in your collection. I like to remind you about it. Starting with this is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. Mine is in the shade LN4. I did get this at Winners though. They've discontinued this foundation. This is the foundation I'm wearing today. I really like it. I feel like it is so glowy skin-like. Like, look at my skin. It looks super, super, super glowy and pretty. It's definitely a medium coverage. It's not full coverage at all, and I really prefer medium coverage foundations. And I just really like this. This is really scented though, so if you don't like scents, you definitely shouldn't get this. The one drawback I would say for sure to this foundation is the packaging. So it's got this screw top, and then it's got this applicator. But what's gonna happen when you get down to like, you can't get any more out with this? It's got the tiniest little like hole. Like, I don't know how you're gonna get in there. I guess you can pull out the stopper and maybe use like a makeup spatula, but it's gonna be really hard to actually get all of the product out of there. I would much prefer this with a pump, and I'm saying that because I really hope they re-release this foundation at some point. It's so nice. I have very oily skin. This won't hold up for me for like a full day, for a full work day, but I do enjoy these types of glowy hydrating foundations for a very short period of time. And today that short period of time is filming this video. Next thing is this. This is the Smashbox+Vlada highlighter. She had two of them with them. And this is in the shade Prismatic Petal. They had the most gorgeous packaging, and then the inside is a rose. This one is like a shifting, so this is like a holographic type shifting highlighter. So this is what I'm wearing on my face today, but because it is much more of a holographic pink, it's kind of flat. It's not really flat, that's the wrong word. Like, it shifts, but it's not a highlight on me. It's not a lifting highlight. So I actually added Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess highlight to the tops of my cheeks to just kind of give it an actual lifting. But it is that pink kind of shift on my cheeks there. And I do like it. It's not one I use all the time. I think if you're gonna get like a shifting highlighter, like a pink orange one or something like that, you really don't need more than one, you know? It's the kind of thing that they all kind of do the same thing, and they just give you a little bit of a colorful highlight as opposed to a lifting highlight. I don't really think you need a lot of them. On to the next. So this is a palette that I never ever use, but I just like it. This is from Cargo. It is the Chill in the 6 eyeshadow palette, and this is the Toronto palette. So I've talked about this a few times. I actually did use this in my all Canadian makeup tutorial that I did a while back. This is all cool tones, and I don't wear these type of colors, but I love this because it's sentimental to me now that I'm no longer living in Toronto. All of the shades are like Yonge Street, Dundas Street, the North, Ontario, 1996. There's even a shade called A! Exclamation point. So I just love this, and I will never get rid of this just because it is definitely just sentimental. I don't love the way this even performed. I don't know that I would buy a lot of other Cargo palettes. This one was only, I think, like $14 because it was at Winners, but I don't know. Cargo is not something that I get super excited about, but I did get excited about that one. So this was the month that I kept finding Lime Crime. Like, I had never purchased Lime Crime before I found it all at Winners, and it's what really got me into loving lime crime eyeshadows. So I actually had found all three of these on separate occasions. This is the Lime Crime Venus XL palette, the original Venus palette, and the Venus 3. I don't own the Venus 2. I do also own the Venus XL2 palette, which I also got at Winners, but at a different time. This is my palette of the month right now, which is why it's not in this video. But anyway, I got all three of these and I hauled them in that haul. So Venus XL, the Venus XL is what I'm wearing right now. This one is all pinks and oranges and like deep browns and kind of golden colors. I love this shade here. By the way, I took off my nails. Can you believe my nails right now? I feel, somebody called these Cabbage Patch Kid nails. That's what they feel like. This shade here, Flora, is so pretty. It's what's really warming up my crease there. Just the best quality. I love their mattes. They're so pigmented that they're pungent. Do you know what I mean? Like they are just so saturated. Like this deep kind of purple that I have in the crease there is just gorgeous. Anyways, this is Venus 3. This is not my favorite only because I don't love how this shade Beam performs. It's got a lot of hard pan and not a lot comes off when you try to use a brush. So that's the only downfall to this palette, but everything else in here is gorgeous. The mattes are just, you know, the mattes in all the Lime Crime palettes are so beautiful, and I think that's why I love them the most. Like the metallics are nice, but the mattes are just perfection. This one I think this one is my favorite, the original Venus, only because it's just so easy. Like again, the formula is amazing. It all blends so nicely, so pigmented. But every time I reach for this, I just feel like it's effortless. So that's why I really love this one the most. But I just love all of them. They're my favorite brand of high-end eyeshadow for sure. And also along with that, I had purchased this little set as well. This is the Velveteen's lip liner. This one is in the shade Cake. I'm not wearing this today, I'm wearing something else, but just like a really nice pinky nude, and it's very smooth. Like even the packaging is so cute. It's got the little roses on it. And then this is one of the Plushies liquid lipsticks. It's got some kind of code on it that says A88, but it looks like it says ass. Yeah, I don't know. That is like neither here nor there. This one is in the shade Toasted Marshmallow, and this is just a little mini, but there's more than enough for me. It's kind of like a gel liquid lipstick formula, very similar to the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lips, if you know what those are like, but sits very comfortably on the lips. Very thin of a formula, but dries down to where it's pretty comfortable for a liquid lipstick. So I do like both of those. And then also, I had purchased two of these Anastasia matte lipsticks. This one is in the shade Stevie, which is, I think it's named for Stevie Nicks, but that's why I bought it. I've only worn this probably once. I'm not a huge lipstick person, as I've talked about a lot, but there's the color there. This is definitely a fall shade, and I bought it in the spring. But I love this formula. The Anastasia matte lipstick formula is really good. It lasts a long time. It's comfortable. It's not transfer proof, but it stays on a long time because it's very thick and opaque. The other one that I purchased, I can't remember the shade name of it, but it looked bad. Made me look dead. It was like a purpley gray. Anyway, and then last thing from Winners was this. This is from L'Oreal. It is the Pure Sugar Scrub. So this one, yeah, it does say you can use it on your face and lips. I don't use this. My husband actually uses this. And look, I bought it for him. It smells really good. So I can't really review it other than to tell you he likes it a lot. And moving on to Sephora. So there's a few things that I have used up that I purchased. There was a lot of skincare. In this haul. There were two products from Dr. Jart, the Hydro Sleep Mask and the Water Drop Moisturizer. I've been through two of the Hydro Sleep Masks. That is an amazing product. It is basically just like a heavy duty moisturizer you put on at night and then you wash your face in the morning. Sleep mask, I think, is kind of a misnomer. It's used a lot for different kind of heavier moisturizers, but to me it really is just a moisturizer. So I just use it in place of a moisturizer at night, and with that one in particular, my skin ends up being very plump and baby soft the next morning, which is why I really love that one. And then the Dr. Jart Water Drop Moisturizer, I'm actually not a fan of. So I originally, when I used it a few times, really liked it, thought it was very moisturizing. But over time, I actually thought that it dried my skin out a little bit. And it has kind of a lemony scent, and I wonder if it has something to do with citrus. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't remember what the ingredients are in that, but I do know that it didn't moisturize my skin as much as I wanted it to. Next was the Kate Somerville Cold Cream. I don't even know if they make this anymore because I saw they clearanced it out at some point. I loved that stuff, and I have tried the Pond's and I hate the Pond's, and I know, don't even come at me, some of you really like the Pond's one, but the Pond's cold cream, I cannot get it off my face. I just feel like this layer of oily weirdness on my face when I try to use it, and I hate it. So I couldn't even like use up a full tub of that, but the Kate Somerville one was just like this really nice fluffy cold cream that just got all the makeup off and made my skin feel really good after. So I would buy that again. The Fenty Fly Liner, which is just like a brush tip liquid liner from Fenty, I didn't like that a lot. I did use it up, I got through it, but it really bled into my fine lines, and if you have older aging eyelids, I would just caution you against that one. There are way better ones, because that one definitely would just kind of do that spider thing where if it found like a line, it would go into it. This is the haul where I discovered the Pharmacy Green Clean. I love that stuff. It is amazing. I keep wanting to repurchase it. Honestly, if I was employed right now with the Sephora sale coming up, I probably would, but I'm only buying like one or two things that I've had my eye on for months, and I keep wanting to buy the pharmacy one, and I'm like, no, not this time. But I love that. It's got a great scent. It's all your makeup off, makes my skin feels so good afterwards as well. Those are all the things that I no longer have. Used them all up because they were all great. But also from Sephora, I purchased these things as well. This is a Summer Fridays Overtime Mask. This one is for exfoliating. So when I use that, and you can see I've used a lot of this, almost used up. This one is, it's like a pumpkin mask, and it definitely has that kind of like skin heating kind of component where you could feel it turning warm on your skin, and afterwards I definitely feel like a fresh layer of skin is there. So I do recommend it for that, but I really love the, I can't remember what it's called from them, but it's the pink one, and that one is a rose one. That one will make your skin the softest, I'm not kidding, the softest you've ever felt. It's amazing. Really want to repurchase that, but it's super expensive. I'm also wearing this. This is from Kaja. This is the Heart Melter lipstick. This is in the shade Crazy For You. Love this lipstick. Love the formula. It's in the shape of a little heart. It's on my lips, but I'll swatch it anyway, right there. It's just got this nice shine, very plumping, very like plush, but it still has enough color to it that you can really see it. It's not like a gloss or anything. And it's got this little like clicky mechanism to make it come out more. I've used this quite a bit. Loved that. And then finally from Sephora was this. This is the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pot in Top Yacht. I talked about this recently in my, I think my single shadow collection video, on how if I had to do it again, I wouldn't purchase this one. I do like all of the chrome paints from Tarte. They're a great formula, really beautiful. And this one is beautiful too, but it's kind of just like a highlighter shade, you know? And I don't find that this one in particular, but in general, the Tarte chrome paints, they go on your lid much better with a finger than a brush. And this one especially, with a brush, I can't get the amount of shine out of it. Even with my finger sometimes, it doesn't necessarily translate to my eyelids. So I don't know that I would repurchase this if I had the chance, or like if I could go back, I probably wouldn't buy this one. But you can get the same effect like with a highlighter on your lids. And then there were two other miscellaneous things, not from Sephora. I can't remember what I was hauling in this video, but one of them was this. This is from Beige Cosmetics. It's the Hanging in Hawaii palette, and I think you can still get this. If it's not on their website or Ulta, I'm sure that this is the kind of thing that will turn up in a TJ Maxx winners type situation. The mattes in here are amazing, and the shimmers in here are amazing. Like, for example, this shade right here, Pineapple, I use this a ton, and if I swatch this here next to the chrome paint, like, do you see? Like, what's the difference? You could spend like $30 on this, or you could spend $16 on a whole palette that has multiple shades like this in it, you know? And you can see the mattes in here are also super just beautiful. They blend really well, very pigmented again. Kind of actually remind me a little bit of the Lime Crime formula just in terms of how pigmented it is, but this one is such a winner. And the last thing is what else is on my lids, which is this like shininess in the inner third. This is from Pixi. This is one of their liquid shadows in the shade Rose Gold. These ones are not, you might want to compare them off the bat to the Stila Glitter and Glows. They're not exactly the same. You can kind of see like on my hand here that it does look a little bit opaque, but really on the eyes it's much more of a sheen, like kind of like just a wash of sparkle, as opposed to that really pigmented base that the Stila ones have with a ton of glitter in it. This is much more of a wash, but I do still think it gives a really, really pretty effect. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 shades of this. There's the green one, Pixi Green, and this one, Rose Gold. Both of them are really nice products, but they're not kind of, to me, in the same league as the Stila, but they are a little bit less expensive too. That is it for my rehaul of these 2 hauls from last year. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and subscribe if you're new here. I'd love to see you around. I hope you're having a great day. I hope that you're speaking to yourself kindly, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.